editing, I did not like my intro at all, and I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna jump back on here and redo it again because it just be like that sometimes with doing YouTube, and I didn't feel like putting any makeup on. But if it's your first time stopping, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notification so you can be notified whenever I upload new videos. And yeah, all right, let's get into the video. So what you're gonna need for the first recipe, which is gonna be shakshuka. I can't say it properly. Shakshuka. All right, so what you're gonna need for the shakshuka recipe is some bell peppers, onions. I'm using purple onions. I actually like the taste of this a lot. 3 eggs, paprika, even though it's like in a curry container, chili powder, garlic, cilantro for topping, salt, black pepper, cumin over here, and then I'm gonna be using naan bread as my dipping, some diced tomatoes. So these are kind of like the ingredients and spices that you need for this recipe. This recipe would probably last me, I want to say, about 3 breakfast meals. That way I don't have to like cook every single day. I had it for the first time last week and I was like, this is freaking delicious. Yeah, first thing I'm gonna start off doing is just kind of dicing the onions and the bell pepper. You're going to need some olive oil as well. I just have mine over here. Yeah, also for this recipe, I can't take full credit for it. I got it from Shiftology. She has a YouTube channel here as well, so I will leave the link of the recipe down below, so if you do want to go out and check that out. But yeah, got the recipe from her, so can't really take credit for it.
So I just started off by chopping up my onions and my bell peppers as well. And then I went ahead and also heated about 3 tablespoons of oil on my pan, and then went ahead and added the vegetables in. Added some garlic. I don't know if I mentioned some garlic earlier, but I used about 1 tablespoon of garlic. And just kind of stirred that around. And now we are going to move on and add some spices in. So for the spices, I went ahead and just added my paprika, chili powder, gave that a good stir, and then added in some cumin as well. You kind of see what that looks like. And then grabbing my can of tomatoes, diced tomatoes. I only used about half of the container, not the full thing. And then I added some pink Himalayan salt in there, and just let that simmer for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes or so. And then I grabbed my egg and then kind of just made like hollows in my pan. I was using about 3 eggs and just kind of placed the eggs in there. That looks so delicious. It's making me hungry right now. And then I went ahead and added some black pepper on top for some more flavor, and then covered that up. And I say I cooked that for about 5 to 6 minutes or so. The eggs are going to be poached. And then I went ahead and topped it with some coriander. And you can see that looks delicious. I had it with some sliced naan bread.
Next recipe, we are going to be making some banana oatmeal muffin. So what you need is obviously a muffin tray, which is just right over here. I'm gonna be making just about 6, just because it's just gonna be for myself alone. I have 1 mashed banana over here, like overripe banana. I just went ahead and just mashed it. I'm using 1 because, like I said, I'm only making a smaller amount. And then I have some almond milk for my milk of choice. Chocolate chips over here. I'm gonna need baking powder, and then an egg, and then baking soda, and then I have some oats over here, oil, virgin oil, and then this, using to spray this so it doesn't get sticky, and then vanilla extract over here, sugar, flour, which is just back here. So these are kind of all the ingredients that I'm going to be using for the next recipe. If you're going to make like 12 of this amount, I'd say go ahead and double the recipe. But yeah, I'm really excited for these. My friend's mom makes them all the time, and one day she just decided to teach me how to make it, and I'm literally in love with this recipe. It's delicious. It's like perfect on a days where I just wake up or after my workout. I just want to like eat and then like get right into the day. Let's get right into it.
So I went ahead and just kind of sprayed my muffin tray and then added in some oats, flour, and some brown sugar. I last minute changed my mind from using white sugar to using brown sugar. Baking powder in. I'm pretty sure I used, I'll put it down in the link. I honestly don't remember. I'll put the recipe down. And then baking soda. And then just kind of gave that a good stir of all my dry ingredients.
I forgot to mention you're gonna need salt as you're doing this, so make sure you grab yourself some salt. I'm just gonna do like a sprinkle, a little bit of salt in here.
And then moving on to my dry ingredients. So I have my mashed banana in already. I added an egg, the oil, the almond milk, and then a little bit of vanilla extract, and just kind of gave that a good mix. And then I went and poured my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients and just kind of gave that a good stir, and then added some chocolate chips in there. I just grabbed a spoon and a knife and just kind of put it into my muffin pan. But honestly, you can, if you have an ice cream scooper, that works really well as well. You just need to scoop it once. I didn't have one. And then I had my oven preheated to 390 degrees Fahrenheit. And
the last recipe, what you're gonna need is, we're gonna start off with some oatmeal. You can also use the one that takes longer to cook, but I like to use this one sometimes if I'm like super hungry, like right now, or I'm in a rush. I just have some like instant regular oatmeal over here. And then you're gonna need some honey. You need some cinnamon. I put about a sprinkle in. And then you're gonna need some strawberries or whatever your favorite fruit is. I know not everybody likes strawberries. There's also other berries in the family. So I like to put in some strawberries in mine. Or sometimes I'll even do like blackberry or raspberry or blueberries. So, or you could do bananas, whatever like floats your boat. And then I also like to put in an apple as well. I like the sour apples. That's my jam. You can do like the regular apples if you like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse these and then start to slice it up. I'm gonna cook my oats in this almond milk over here. I just like the taste it gives it rather than just using plain old water.
So went ahead and sliced my strawberries and my apples. And then I poured my almond milk into a pot and let that just kind of come to a boil. And then I went ahead and added in my instant oatmeal mix in there. Gave that a good stir, let that cook for about, I want to say 2 minutes or so. Then I went in and added in my apples. And just kind of let that cook for another like minute or so. And then I went ahead and added some honey in. I believe that was probably about 1 tablespoon. I kind of don't measure when I cook. Went ahead and also added some cinnamon as well in there. Gave that a good stir and then let it cook for another like 2 minutes or so, and my oats were ready. So I went ahead and just served it into a bowl and then topped my strawberries on, and voila, this is what it ended up looking like. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give this video a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.